He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
Welcome back to another episode of my Ministry of Truth. It's been a minute, and I don't know what episode I said I was going to end off with. Kill the lights. But I did say that I was going to do some dystopian shit, I think. So we'll start off with probably one of the most known dystopian, post-apocalyptic dystopian novels out there, written in 1954 by Mr. George Orwell. Some of you may know it, some of you may not. Some of it applies a lot to today. When we get to this thing, sorry guys, I'm looking at you, but I can see myself up here, not down there by the camera. But like I said, before we get to anything of 1984, I gotta play the song. It's a new song, came out last Friday, so it's not really new. And it's not Try That in a Small Town. It's actually called American Flags. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear some songs on American flags.
My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
I ain't never gonna pretend that I give a damn. Anybody who's offended, come get it, we throwing hands. Anybody not trying to make America great again.
I want to throw hands.
You a clown, better know where I stand. I'm the white boy with the middle fingers in the air, dog.
We don't give a what.
100 white boys gonna hold me down anywhere, dog.
We think that you suck.
My patriots, the craziest. They ain't afraid of breaking fists on faces. If you really wanna taste of this, no safety tip. The same mistake and spray the clip. I pray you miss, cause if you don't, they gon' go wacko. Automatic gun smoke like tobacco. Never hit a lady, but it's pretty hard to tell if you're a girl or a they, them. There's these, that, those. I ain't never gonna take a knee for the anthem. Smack them. I don't give a damn, can't stand them. Gang full of randoms, fan with a handgun. Run up in your mansion, leave it all abandoned. I was raised to be brave to the grave. United States, we love.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I love tattoos, but I would never get them on my face. Granted, I don't have to worry about getting a job, but why would I get them on the face? It'll distract from this lovely hair and this amazingly manly beard.
Country that they've been corrupting, go woke and go broker if you ain't awake.
My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American
Got that
flags.
AKA all Draco, leave you stankin', break your ankles. I'm not hearing what you saying. Hit the pavement, now you seeing angels. It get dangerous, go against the Patriots. Got all the bangers. Take a look inside my closet.
That's an
You gon'
old-ass
see way
tank.
more than hangers, hammers, like I do construction.
Definitely not one of the
Ammo,
newer
I'ma
ones.
shoot at something. Why you think we own these guns? So we could just go do some hunting. You must not pay close attention. Government, they want division. Only treason if you lose. I guarantee we come out with it. Let my flag fly high like eagles. I would die for all my people. You can't change me with procedures. I'm about freedom, you about evil. Leave you hanging from the
I mean,
like shit.
if you really want to think about it, Tom MacDonald is a Canadian American, so would he really fight for his country? Which country would it be? Adam Calhoun, I fully believe he would fight for his country, but neither one of these two have actually made the sacrifice, so I don't see a war coming to the United States unless it's another civil war, but it's not going to be fought with guns.
Chandeliers and cathedrals never have the safety on, and when we run out, we just
My
reload.
people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is
American flags.
American flags.
Oh, this song is so racist. It's all about American flags because, you know, American flags are racist these days, especially the Betsy Ross. But I would never have a Betsy Ross flag because that would just be wrong. You feel me?
American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. Every time we pull up, you see stars, you see stripes, you see flags on the cars and the trucks and the bikes.
I mean, there's one on my Jeep.
We pull up, we go hard, we outside, we got
on the side windows.
On our arms that are tatted there for life. Every time we pull up, we don't care if you're mad. We cherish this land. The haters can't get buried in rags. They set fire to Old Glory, turning fabric to ash. But every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
Well, that was as promised, our video for the day. And now, what do we have for today? 1984 is in 1950. So the book was written in 1954. They made a movie for it in 1956, but it wasn't really a movie. It was originally an American series on the BBC, which they actually made into a movie. BBC made 2 movies, and this is one of them. The other one's about 1 hour and 47 minutes long. I mean, it's a similar story, but I like this one better, so obviously I picked this one. As opposed to somebody that haven't read the book, I highly recommend it. Same with Animal Farm, because I will be doing Animal Farm later, and I can see why schools want to cancel Orwell. And you'll see why, too. So without further ado, George, let's get to it.
Or only by maintaining.
Probably should rewind it. The Inter-Body. Oh, yeah, I think another reason I picked this is Donald Pleasence. Those of you know that remember the original Halloween movies, you know, the Wes Craven, Donald Pleasence was Michael Myers' doctor. Jesus, this intro's about as long as Not So Common. Which they're on YouTube, look them up. Not So Common. Got good shit. As long as I stay on track. Gas stoves, guys. This is what happens when we don't get rid of gas stoves. They shouldn't have used a gas stove.
From the devastation wrought by the atomic raids of 1965, 3 great police states rose to divide the world: Oceania, Eurasia, and East Asia. Atomic weapons were abolished, but not war itself. For only by maintaining the strain and tension of continual conflict could the ruling parties enforce absolute power. London, with its bomb-proof ministries, became capital of Airstrip 1, a province of Oceania.
So England was a province of Oceania? Oceania. Something about that.
Take cover, everybody. Take cover, everybody. Special bulletin from the Ministry of Peace. Eurasian rocket
Oh, Ministry of Peace.
London. Take cover. Take cover, everybody.
This reminds me of Iraq in the middle of the night.
Take cover immediately. Eurasian rocket bombs are now over London. Take cover at once.
Why do those domes look weird? Yeah, because that's going to save you. Don't think about it. Fucking thought police. Ministry of Love will come get y'all. Fucking all-seeing eye. Big Brother's always watching. Which is true today because the Patriot Act was basically Big Brother. For those of you millennials that know what the Patriot Act is, basically it was the President of the United States and Congress authorizing our three-letter agencies to spy on American citizens through social media, telephones, emails, pretty much everything you can think of.
Stand by for an important
All for the illusion of safety.
The Ministry of Peace is happy to report that thanks to the vigilance of our gallant interceptors, no Eurasian rocket bomb was able to reach targets of any importance. We continue now with our regular broadcast.
Couldn't do it. It's like airborne school. I guess all-seeing eyes, peripheral vision's shit. It's funny that all-seeing eye, if you look, it's actually in a lot more movies and literature, as well as pop culture, as you know, the all-seeing eye. Think about Tolkien's book. Another book about a guy that written about Middle Earth, which could that have been actual truth at one point in this country? Well, if you guys know me, this country is actually the old world. You can go check it in previous episode. Well, at least in dystopian world, you can still drink. Unless that's water, because it's kind of clear. Oh, they threw it into the movie. One of the things the older movies, older music videos, their title was actually somewhere hidden in the movie where they would say it or write it, as in 1984.
April 18th, 1984. Nobody keeps a diary today, because to do so would be punishable by death. I don't care anymore. I found this old book by chance. And I'm going to set down what I dare not say aloud to anyone. I've seen that girl again.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure she was following me.
Thought police.
Perhaps they suspect me already.
We interrupt this program for an important bulletin. The saboteurs Lewis and Siegel were caught a few minutes ago in the neighborhood of Victory Square and have already confessed their guilt. As he was arrested, Lewis was heard to shout in a loud voice, "Long live Big Brother!"
Fuck you, Big Brother. I mean, if you're believed the government and stuff like that, you probably won't. Don't watch me. Down with Big Brother. Ah! Never mind.
Up with your hands. You're a traitor. You're a thought criminal. You're a Eurasian spy. I'll shoot you. I'll vaporize you. I'll send you to the uranium mine.
Quiet not to be excited.
They're good old Donald Pleasence.
This is her evening with the spies.
Traitor. Thought criminal.
I thought we could take her there and then go and have a drink.
Why have you brought this desk so far away from the telescreen? It ought to be over there.
There's something in what she says, you know. She doesn't miss a thing.
I'll have to report you.
Nonsense, Selena, nonsense. Winston has nothing to
Remember
hide.
Selena later.
Winston. Oh, ready then?
Yes, I'm ready.
6748 Smith W. Regulation 6040. Outer party members will always wear identification badges when going in public places.
Just like having your vaccine card, guys.
And Smith, don't forget again.
All right, I'm ready.
You know who else did the identifications? The Nazis. Damn, I never noticed there's two Big Brother screens in there. I said in the dystopian, at least they can still smoke, but can they smoke weed?
Not here. Over
Don't
there.
smoke there.
Didn't you recognize them?
No,
Nope.
Jones and Rutherford.
I thought they'd been liquidated.
They ought to have been. The traitors.
I remember their trial. They confessed to being in Eurasia during Hate Week last year, didn't they?
That's why the war went badly for a few months afterwards.
Fuck, I'd be a Eurasia, huh?
Secret information.
What are they doing at Liberty?
BB granted them a pardon. Do you remember? He freed 25 prisoners in honor of the Mediterranean victory. Only BB could make a gesture like that.
I imagine they've spent some time at the Ministry of Love.
Oh, yes. That's why they're here. They're cured. Better not show so much interest. 2 gins. Oh. Think. Maybe we shouldn't have stopped here. I get
They still
pretty
use
uneasy
money in
when I hear
dystopian.
people who aren't
So,
healthy.
bye-bye, crypto.
Oh, well. Long live BB.
Long live BB.
Down with BB.
Anything wrong?
No.
Coffee, please.
You looked at that girl as though you were scared.
I disliked her.
No, you
I don't know her.
Yes, she works in the Ministry of Truth in the fiction
Oh!
department. They turn out books.
The Ministry of Truth?
But you've never spoken to her.
No, she watches me.
That needn't bother you. I mean, even if she's a member of the thought police, you've got nothing to worry about.
That's right.
Something coming through.
Here is an important bulletin from the Ministry of Love. Tonight, Big Brother ordered the re-arrest of the arch traitors Jones and Rutherford.
Fucking Nazi-looking motherfuckers. Thanks. Nice hat.
Once a traitor, always a traitor. Would you like another gin?
No, thank you.
What's the matter? Don't you feel well?
I have a headache. I think I'll skip the community center tonight.
This week, the number of entrants in the Big Brother Victory Lottery has exceeded all previous records. And after deducting the usual percentage for the Bombed Areas Fund, the proceeds to be distributed as prizes are the greatest since the inception of this lottery. Here are the results, as they were drawn by the hand of Big Brother himself from the millions of numbers. The first prize, higher than ever before, goes to 6.
Look at that armband. Ministry of Truth wore armbands?
The second prize, also larger than in any previous week, goes to number
Sard, whatever you want to call it. I used to wear a medical sard before they outlawed them.
Good evening.
Good evening. Remember me?
You're the gentleman that bought that old diary.
Yes. I was just passing by. I looked in. I was wondering if you might have anything else in which I'd be interested. Do you mind if I look around?
Not at all.
Fucking Ministry of Truth.
What is this?
Oh, that's coral, that is. That probably came from the Indian Ocean.
Kind of looks like a geode.
They used to embed it in glass like that. Oh, it must be 100 years old, or more.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is a beautiful thing. Not beauty as we understand it today, of course. It serves no useful purpose. But then, I'm an old man.
How much is it?
I could let you have it for 15 shillings.
Have you changed?
Yes.
Oh, we switched to shillings?
Oh, there's another room upstairs. There's not much in it, just a few pieces. Perhaps you would care to see it.
Yes, I'd like to.
I'll lead the way. We lived here until my wife died. I'm selling off the furniture little by little.
There's no telescreen here.
Of course not. It's a people's area.
I know, but it seems strange. That's an interesting picture.
It was a church. Do you know that word?
Yes, there were still churches when I was a child. You must have been a grown man before I was born. You can remember what it was like in the days before the revolution.
Yes.
You can remember the oppression and the injustice and the poverty back in the 50s.
Vaguely.
I'm keeping you from your other customers.
Yes. Well, you have a look around. Oh, excuse me.
It's got electricity, but he's still using the oil lamp.
Good evening.
Good evening. I saw some things in the window and wanted to have a closer look.
Anything in particular?
No. You seem to have some interesting things.
I doubt if I have anything of interest to a young lady like yourself.
I see. Do you have many customers?
Alas, no. The antique business is just about finished.
Do many outer-party members come here?
Why should they? Ah, there you are. Your change.
Thank you.
Did you forget?
Your paperweight.
Who are you? 6748 Smith, W.
Where do you work?
In the Ministry of Truth,
Which department?
the Records Department.
What is your business in the people's area?
I had a headache. I thought if I got a little air.
When did you leave work?
1800 hours.
It's now 2200. Report tomorrow morning at 800 hours to Court Administration.
Six 748 Smith W.
You took a rather long walk last night.
Well, he was tired. He wasn't tired.
Yes. Did it help your headache? I don't have one this morning. Perhaps you've been working too hard. I don't think so. You find your job at the records department too exacting. No.
What do you do, Smith?
I revise history.
It's an unfortunate way of putting it. What you actually do is to rectify speeches and wrongly reported incidents, isn't it?
Revise history? Sounds familiar.
Yes.
Shows how great the need is for establishing newspeak as the official language as soon as possible. When the new dictionary is issued, there'll be less danger of calling things by their wrong names.
Oh. We wouldn't want to call
Did you
something
visit
by
any
the
of
wrong
shops
name.
in the people's area last night? No. Did you speak to anyone? No. Did you see any other member of the outer party on your walk?
No.
No. You know the party disapproves of its members mixing with the people?
What?
Yes. You consider that unreasonable?
So does the
No.
party have four legs and the people have
You're a
two?
member of a privileged class, expected to accept restrictions as well as privileges.
I had hoped we might be able to deal with this matter here in your own ministry. But your explanations are inadequate. This report will be forwarded to the Ministry of Love for further action.
I think we can deal with it here. You're warned to pay strict attention to the regulations in the future.
He must be Hunter Biden.
You can return to your department.
I mean, they kind of have a cubicle.
Directive number 424B issued at 10:00
Now let's revise history.
Reference Big Brother's Order Gazette, November 12, 1983. Since the Eurasian offensive has opened in South India, it is impossible that Big Brother predicted this front would remain quiet. Rewrite entire speech. Show that through our magnificent espionage system, Big Brother had prior knowledge of all the enemy's plans.
Backhammer's Gazette, November 12th, 1983.
Syme 6127S. The following men have been found guilty of treason and no longer exist. Conrad Zarlinger, Gordon Prentice, Hal Cho. Delete all reference to them from the Gazettes of January 2nd, 8th, and 26th.
Wait, what? They can just wipe your ass out?
Numbers Gazette, January the 2nd, 8th, 26th.
What is Wait a minute.
What have you got there, Smith?
This photograph was between the pages of the Gazette.
What photograph?
Jones and Rutherford.
The one that's right in your face.
Leaving the underground and being in Eurasia during Hate Week. But here it says...
What are you talking about, Smith? I don't see any photograph.
It's right there. Way to go, Smith.
No photograph of the traitors Jones and Rutherford exists, does it?
In his mind, they do.
No.
The system is not perfect. Sometimes there are errors.
Attention, comrades. Take your places for the 2-minute hate.
2-minute hate.
We're at war with the people of Eurasia, the vile and ruthless aggressors who have committed countless atrocities and who are guilty of every bestial crime a human being can commit.
Ukraine and Russia.
Destroyed our factories, looted our homes, massacred our children, and raped our women. They have tortured and killed the wounded and prisoners, contriving lingering and horrible death for those who fall into their hands. While our gallant forces are engaged in a life and death struggle, we face on the home front an enemy who is far more dangerous. One of our own people. The arch-traitor Calhoun. This is the man, the leader of the underground, who betrayed our glorious revolution and would betray Big Brother.
Down with Big Brother. I mean, boo! Boo that man!
Our glorious 9-year plan, who retards our progress and tells our military secrets to the enemy.
Hang the criminal.
It's time to tell you that Big Brother has betrayed you into fighting a war against Eurasia that you can never hope to win. He says the Eurasians are good, kind people. They do not want war. They want peace. He actually begs you to make peace with your brothers of Eurasia.
Hate! 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 Hate!
What the fuck? Dirty your bottom.
Big Brother! Big Brother! Big Brother! Big Brother! Big Brother! Big Brother! Big Brother!
Big brother. And like that, he's gone. Oh. He's got his eye on you, Mr. Smith. W. How do you love him? You just met him the other day. War is peace. No, it's definitely not.
The marriage committee gave its permission this morning. Who did they choose for you? Comrade Bendon, the Victory Orations Department.
God.
Oh. Of course, politically, he's perfect. If our medical grades match, they're arranging a meeting next week.
What you got in that tray there, buddy? Obviously, you don't get to pick it. And the tray fits right in the table.
Oh, Smith, there's a seat here.
Hey, fuck you, cockblocker.
Smith, you haven't given me your contribution.
Which one is that?
The Hate Week.
Oh, just a minute.
Oh, we're making an all-out effort, going to put on a tremendous show. Now, who else hasn't paid? Oh, Syme here.
Already we've broken down the family as a unit and made it an extension of the thought police. 5 trained children to put loyalty to the party first, without any consideration for their parents.
What time do you finish work?
18:30.
Our next step is the
Without any consideration of the parents, they're going to train those children of those parents.
complete abolition of the old-fashioned conception of love between man and woman. This energy must be diverted.
Where shall we meet?
50 Square, the monument.
Men and women will be conditioned
What time?
so that physical contact
1900 hours.
by a feeling of repulsion. Within 100 years from now, the sexual impulse will exist only as a symbol of duty towards the party.
Fuck that.
In a few seconds, Eurasian prisoners will be
Freedom is slavery.
Victory Square. These are the evil men whose ruthless lust for power has threatened to destroy the civilized world. Evil men who preferred war, but already they are beginning to learn the mistake they have made as they encounter the might of Oceania.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Is sweeping back the invading hordes of Eurasians. The figures of prisoners taken is the biggest since the war began. Now is your chance, comrades, to let them hear the voice of Oceania.
No one says comrade. 8 week. Oh, they stripped him down too.
Can you hear me? Sunday afternoon. Go to South Meadow from Central Station. Cross the bridge and follow the river for a half a mile until you come to a foreign freeway. Wait for me in the glade.
A fucking treasure map?
Can you remember that?
I already forgot.
Move away from me. Hello.
Well, hello.
We're all right. There's no microphone here.
It takes a little while to realize you're not being overheard.
All watched. We can look at each other now and not be afraid.
Get them clothes off.
We can say whatever we like to each other.
Down with Big Brother. Where are you going?
We can even touch each other. If we want to.
You know, I don't even know your name.
It's Julia. And yours is Winston.
How'd you know that?
But I want to find something out. I have ways. It took me ages to get that message to you.
I thought you were spying on me when you came into that shop.
You thought I was a good party member. Pure in word and deed.
That's why I was afraid of you. You know, I hated you and I wanted to kill you. That's what Big Brother's done to us all. Made us hate and fear each other. How did you know I wasn't a good party member?
Something in your face. Somehow I knew you'd be against them. It'll be safe here once or twice again, and then we'll have to go somewhere else.
Eventually they'll find us out. I won't let you take that risk for me.
I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for myself. If you keep the big rules, it's safe to break the little ones.
You've been here before, haven't you?
Yes? Does that shock you?
No.
They're afraid of love.
Love, 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 love,
Love
love,
makes
love,
a world they can't control.
Love makes the world go round, baby.
And it's a world worth taking risks for, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes. It's more than 2 weeks since we have been able to meet, except for a few moments in a crowd or near a telescreen. There must be a message in the usual place tonight.
Hello, Selena.
Hello, Selena. I didn't hear you coming.
You weren't meant to. We're trained as spies to follow people silently.
Why were you following me?
We're told to follow anyone who behaves suspiciously.
What was suspicious about my behavior?
It's suspicious coming here.
I was working in my room on an article for Newspeak. A page blew out the window. I saw it flutter down here, and I came to try to find it.
I saw you pick up something.
I dropped my cigarettes, that's all. It's dark now. I'll have to look on my way to work tomorrow. Are you coming, Selena? Are you coming, Selena?
Yes, I'm coming.
Are you coming, Selena? I promise I'm paying attention, guys. That's me, asshole. Well, you're welcome.
It is now 22:30 hours. Power must be conserved for our victory effort.
If I'm not paying attention, it's because
All lights will be extinguished.
Wrong StreamYard.
Good night, comrades. Tomorrow, your work for the party must be better than today. Remember, even in your sleep, Big Brother is watching you. Big Brother is watching you.
How long did they sleep?
I don't know. I was dozing myself.
We'll have to be leaving soon.
I wonder if we dare come here again.
I think we're safe for another Sunday.
Then what do we do? Go on seeing each other every day without being able to speak. Passing on the streets and pretending not to recognize each other.
I know. If only there was somewhere where we needn't be afraid all the time. Where we could be together longer.
Julia, there is somewhere. That old shop. There's a room above it where no one lives. And there's no telescreen. I believe I could rent that room.
The old man in the shop would have to know. Anytime he wanted, he could report us.
I don't think he would. I've talked with him. He's only interested in his antiques. Renting the room would give him a little money so he wouldn't have to sell all his treasures. You saw him yourself.
Sooner or later, we'll have to trust someone.
I'm going to do it.
Somehow they must have found out.
We shouldn't have stayed so long.
It's no use, it's too late.
Go on, up there. Quickly, go on. The room over the junk shop has become a world of our own, where for a time we can forget Big Brother.
Another Sunday tomorrow. She said she would be there.
The young lady was very nice about it, but I think you'll find it more comfortable now. Oh, since you were both last here, I've managed to get you some pots and pans. And I took some of my old stuff downstairs. Oh, and everything in the kitchen works now. I'm afraid it's not as peaceful as you might like.
I like it. I don't hear much singing where I live.
Oh, we do in this district. Popular songs, of course. The party keeps us well supplied with those. Oh, this is perhaps the young lady now. Yes. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Oh, well, I'll be leaving you now. Should you require anything, I'm just below. Thank you.
You're late. What happened to you?
The anti-sex meeting went on forever. I thought those silly women would never stop talking. Then I had to pick up some things.
I was afraid something might keep you from getting here.
You worry too much. Look what I had.
What's that? Coffee. Real coffee.
Real sugar.
How did you manage it?
It's all inner party stuff. They have everything.
Yes, but where did you get it?
A friend.
A friend?
I have a question.
A girlfriend.
Who the fuck is
What
Freya?
else do you have in there?
We'll see. I'll make some coffee.
Oh shit, hold on. For those that are listening to my other show, please ignore me. I'm gonna mute.
Julia, you hear that woman singing? I like that. I believe it's people like her who will one day overthrow Big Brother and all he stands for. Julia?
Just a minute.
Multitasking right now. 2 different streams.
It's beautiful. You're beautiful. Look at you. Look at you. If only some of those bloodless females could see you now. See what a woman can really look like.
Just a mouse, bro.
A rat.
You can eat it.
A rat.
The rats.
Son.
The rats.
It's the one thing I really hate. The one thing I'm really afraid of.
Why?
When I was a child, where I lived, there were swarms of them. One day, my sister. Forget. I didn't mean to upset you.
I'll make some coffee.
Yes.
Will you help me?
Oh, what?
Yes.
Did you fill this with water?
I'm sorry.
Put the sugar in the bowl.
If only you didn't have to wear these again. I wish you could stay always as you are now. That would be worth fighting. There must be something we can do about it. If only I knew someone in the underground.
People who have anything to do with the underground don't live long.
There's a man at the Ministry of Truth called O'Connor.
He's a member of the inner party.
I think he's against them, too. Sooner or later, you've got to trust someone. You said so yourself.
But I didn't mean someone in the inner party. Someone who could have you vaporized by lifting his little finger.
I don't know. I think I could trust O'Connor.
The only people we can trust are ourselves.
Do you remember Jones and Rutherford? They were accused of being in Eurasia during Hate Week last year.
Correct.
Well, they weren't. They were right here, being honored by Big Brother. Some weeks ago, I found a newspaper photograph. O'Connor saw me with it.
And he didn't report you?
If he had, I wouldn't be here. There was a little scrap of evidence out of the past that they'd forgotten to destroy, and I had it right in my hand.
Darling, you can't fight them alone.
If there is an underground, if it isn't another of their inventions to keep people hysterical, I want to be part of it. One of these days, I'm going to let O'Connor know how I feel.
Now, please.
Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid. I'll wait till he gives me some sort of signal. Something that lets me know.
The Ministry of Love issued details today of the full list of crimes confessed by the traitors Jones and Rutherford.
I thought they already
These
erased.
social
Why are they still
acts,
talking about
actually,
it?
include the embezzlement of party funds, the murder of many trusted party members, immoral relations with
Murder?
women of the party, and collaboration with the leader of the underground, the arch-traitor, Calhoun.
$6748 Fifth W.
Yes?
What's in the briefcase?
Paperwork.
I brought some work home with me. I was about to write an article on the grammar of newspeak.
Bring it to the screen and open it.
These are notes for the article.
All members of the records department have to report for late duty in an hour's time. Meanwhile, carry on with your work.
All right, cool. Thank you.
All organizations taking part in the Hate Week demonstration are preparing their programs with unprecedented enthusiasm. Never before in the history of Oceania have we been given so much cause for a show of concentrated hatred against the enemy. We continue now with our regular broadcast.
It's funny. Because of the Ministry of Truth, they don't have any knowledge of what's going on the outside. All they know is what Big Brother tells them. So when you think about today and Disney controlling much of the media and social media being controlled by Mark, tend to manage the information you can get out. That way you only hear what Big Brother wants you to hear. But then you got Twitter and some other places that expose the real news. There you go. Freedom is freedom to say what. I can read it. It's cursive. Some of you probably can't. Down with Big Brother. Fuck yes. Oh, somebody knows. Is that the dude? He played a vampire in the
The
first.
exclusive employment of words sanctioned by the party
This is
will
why I don't
reduce the
smoke.
possibility of confusion and doublethink. Work is already progressing on the latest edition of the Newspeak Dictionary, which
Why
will
can't I
replace
think of the
all
fucking movie
previous
right now?
editions.
You seem to take a scholarly interest in the new dictionary, Smith.
You told him to.
Hardly scholarly.
Have you seen any of the material we're using?
No, Syme told me about it.
Syme.
Yes, he works over...
Who's Syme?
Syme no longer exists. The work has to be carried on, of course. It seems to me you're more equipped to do it than anyone else. I'd like you to look at that new material.
I think I will.
Perhaps you can pick it up at my apartment.
Wait,
I'll
what?
give you the address. I'm usually in after 1900 hours. Come along as soon as you can. I've reason to believe that you can be of great value to us.
Thank you.
But I tell you, it's the same handwriting.
You mean he just gave you his address and said he wanted to talk to you at his home? Things like that don't happen. It would be too dangerous.
He made some sort of excuse about the new dictionary.
You know, if you're wrong, it would be the end of all this. Once they get hold of us, there's nothing, absolutely nothing that either one of us can do for the other. They can make us confess anything.
But they can't make us believe it. They can't get in sight of us.
Who knows what they can do?
Julia, I'm convinced O'Connor's a member of the underground. He's our one hope. I'm going through with this. I have to. But there's no need for you.
Whatever you're going to do, I'm coming with you.
He has announced tonight that production figures for this year
Look at his
already
remote.
exceed those of the corresponding date in 1983 by over 12%.
All right, Martin, you can bring them in now.
In certain categories, this increase is even
In 1984, I was
For
the
example,
remote.
Hardware goods such as kitchen utensils are
On channel
17.5%
3
higher than last year.
for the VCR.
Shoes show a staggering increase of 21%. Shoelaces, however, show only an increase of 5%. It is confidently predicted that this increased production will continue throughout this year. The Ministry of Plenty is confident that 1984 will demonstrate the complete success of Big Brother's 9-year plan.
You can turn it off?
Well, he
A
just
few
did it,
members of
dumbass.
The inner party have that privilege. Well,
Is that really off? We've come here because
you both believe there's a conspiracy, some kind of organization working against Big Brother.
Yes, we believe that you're involved in it. We want to join it and work for it.
That's all right. Martin is one of us.
Martine.
All right, Martin, bring the drinks over here. Might as well sit and talk in comfort. I think it's fitting we should begin by drinking a toast. It's wine. I'm afraid not much of it reaches the outer party. What shall we drink to? The triumph of Calhoun? The confusion of the thought police?
Down with Big Brother.
Down with Big Brother. You know, she never said it.
You can go now, Martin. But before you go, take a good look at these two comrades' faces. You'll be seeing them again. In general terms, what are you prepared to do? You are, of course, prepared to give your lives.
Yes.
You're prepared to commit murder?
Yep.
Yes.
Betray your country to a foreign power?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Are you prepared to separate and never see one another anymore?
No.
Oh, that's the only thing she answered to.
No. You did well to tell me. Of course, you realize that you'll be fighting in the dark. You'll have nothing to sustain you except the idea. When you're caught, you will get no help. Later, I will send you a book which will teach you the nature of the society we live in and the strategy we shall use to destroy it. But you get no information about your own organization. When you receive orders, they will have come from me. I assume that you have some kind of hiding place.
Yes, a room over a junk shop. We go there Sundays when we can.
Idiot.
That briefcase, do you always carry it?
As a rule, yes.
Every day during hate week, carry it empty.
Holy shit, there he is again. In a
Well, now
different
I'm
movie.
afraid it's time for you to go. Even we are not allowed to turn that off as long as we would want.
Way older.
I used to be afraid there was no underground.
Perhaps the party invented us. Oh, and Smith.
Schmidt.
If I were you, I would destroy that diary.
Down with Big Brother. Why is she the only one that has that strip on her elbow? I never figured that one out.
Brother, comrades, Big Brother is always merciful. He stands ever
It's like
ready to
fucking
welcome
Nazis
back
up
to his
there.
loving protection those who have seen the error of their ways. One sin is unforgivable. The sin of treason.
Treason's not really a sin. Punishable by death.
Tonight, the traitors Rutherford and Jones will speak to you themselves before they're taken away to the death they so richly deserve.
It's weird because you said they were eliminated already and they don't exist.
Come to see the error in their ways, tell you for themselves the grave crimes they have committed in thought, word, and deed. Hear them for yourselves.
All right, I'll be back. You
I
guys
am
keep an eye
here
on this.
tonight to tell you of the grave crimes which I have committed in thought, word, and deed, for which I am now truly penitent. I betrayed my country to our enemy, the Eurasians. I conspired with the arch-traitor Calhoun.
Excuse me, comrade. I think you've taken the wrong briefcase.
I conspired with the arch-traitor Calhoun to overthrow Big Brother.
Darling. I've got it. Calhoun's book. Somebody stopped me in the square last night and gave me this briefcase. Look how like my own it is. Shows you how well organized the underground is. Now, listen.
Not just now, darling.
Well, there may not be another chance for weeks. It's going to be a rush at the records office. You know how it is during hate week. Speeches are full of mistakes, and we've got to put them right. Now, listen. Calhoun says
Good job.
the aim of the ruling class is to stay where it is. The aim of the middle class is to overthrow the ruling class. And the aim of the lower class is to create a society in which all classes are equal. Big Brother has so organized the inner party that there is no danger of the ruling class being deposed. Darling, aren't you listening?
I'd like to have had a child.
Sweet. I got you. Let's do this. No, not you. Oh, you mean like have a child and of your own, not that lady's child, right? You're gonna kiss her on the cheek? Stick your dick in her.
So important.
It's just words.
No, Julia, this can make everything we want possible. Don't you want to understand what we're fighting for?
I found that out already. Here in this room.
We've got to fight to keep this happening.
I know. But it won't be Calidor's book or any underground that will defeat them.
What then?
Don't you see that? There must be others in love like us who will rebel. Can't stop that.
That's the real hope for the future.
I wonder if it could happen in our lifetime.
Maybe. But the important thing is that there's hope in the world.
All I know is when we're together, it's wonderful to be alive.
Isn't it?
You are the dead. The mirror. It must be a telescreen.
Can't be.
Well, well, well. Big Brother is always watching. That's why you don't trust anybody.
They're all around the house. Don't resist.
Stand in the middle of the room. Stand back to back. Don't touch each other.
Fuck you, Big Brother. You're gonna
Put
fuck
your
us up
hands over
anyway.
your heads.
I think I warned you it wouldn't be as peaceful here as you could like.
Fucking scumbag.
Nothing is ever hidden from the thought police. Take them away.
Smith, uncover your face.
All right. Why do you need him to cover his face?
Prepared to commit murder. Yes. Betray your country to a foreign power. Yes.
Recorded the whole conversation.
And prepared to separate and never see one another anymore.
No.
Julia! Silence! Julia! Silence, Smith!
Julia! Julia!
When a woman's arrested, what happens to her? Where do they take the women?
He's done. Remember Serena? That's her dad.
Parsons. They won't hang me, will they? They'll know my record.
Why have they arrested you?
There I was, trying to do my bit. never knowing I had any bad stuff in my mind. Oh, you know what they heard me say? Down with Big Brother. I said that in my sleep. I said it over and over again, it seems. I'm glad they got me before it went any further. You know what I'm going to say when I go out before the tribunal? Thank you. I'm going to say thank you for saving me before it was too late.
Who denounced you?
My little girl.
Told you.
She heard what I was saying. I don't bear her any grudge for it. It shows I brought her up in the right spirit anyway.
Kind of fucking dude. That haircut, man.
Room 101.
At that point, you just shave it. What's room 101?
I've told you everything. What else do you want to know? There's nothing I won't confess to. Nothing. Nothing!
Right.
What's room 101?
They wouldn't hang me, would they? For going off the track just once.
What's room 101?
And this cocksucker. He did say that if he got caught.
O'Connor. Take his bed.
Don't be in too much of a hurry to find out about room 101. You'll find out in good time.
What have you done with Julia?
She betrayed you, Winston.
You tortured her.
I've watched over you for a long time. Now I'm going to help you. First, there are some preliminaries to be gone through, but after that, you will be brought to me and we will talk. So the time has come, Winston.
The time has come. That's all I remember. Good cigarette, huh?
Do you know where you are, Winston?
The Ministry of Love.
Do you know how long you've been here?
Days. Weeks. Months.
Can't be months because you don't have a beard.
Do you know why we bring people to this place?
Yes. Make them confess.
Clint.
You don't really believe that.
No, I suppose I don't. To punish them.
No.
There you go.
We bring them here to cure them, to make them sane. Nobody that we bring here ever leaves our hands uncured.
Why don't you kill me?
The first thing you must understand about this place, Winston, is that there are no martyrdoms. You've read of the religious persecutions of the past. They were failures. They set out to eradicate heresies, and they ended by perpetuating them. We do not make that mistake. We make them tell the truth.
Why bother with me?
You are a flaw in the pattern, Winston. You are a stain which has to be wiped out. When finally you confess to us, it must be of your own free will. We do not destroy the heretic, we convert him. We capture his inner mind. We reshape him. We burn all evil out of him. We bring him over to our side, not merely in appearance, but genuinely. heart and soul. We make him one of ourselves. No one whom we bring to this place ever stands out against us. We will lead you step by step to the point from which there is no return. Never again will you be capable of love or friendship, or joy of life, or laughter, or courage, or curiosity, or integrity. You will be hollow. We will squeeze you empty, and then we will fill you with ourselves, with love of Big Brother.
Fuck Big Brother.
Now, before we begin your cure, are there any questions you would like to ask?
Where is Julia?
She's alive. Next question.
Does Calidor exist? Does the underground exist?
That, Winston, you will never know.
See?
But that question, Winston, proves that you are mentally deranged. You have a defective memory. You're unable to remember real events, and you persuade yourself that you remember events which never happened.
For example. Between 1850 and 1900, somewhere civilization just reset and everything's being retold in the way we know it as today.
Remember receiving a book supposedly written by Calidor?
Yes. Somebody gave it to me in Victory Square.
You're quite sure that that book ever existed? I want the truth, Winston. Tell me what you think you remember.
I had the book.
Take him away.
I mean, has he been wearing the same clothes the whole time?
Let us take another delusion of yours. You believe you had in your hands a photograph of the traitors, Jones and Rutherford.
He did, though.
I did have it.
You believe it was some sort of documentary evidence proving their confessions were false. I remember telling you that the photograph did not exist.
It did exist. It does exist. It exists in my memory. I remember it. You remember it.
I do not remember it. There is a party directive dealing with the control of the past.
You somehow remembered asking the question, though.
Who controls the past? Controls the future. Who controls the present? Controls the past.
And where do you suppose this past exists?
In records.
The party controls all records.
Hmm.
And in human memories.
The party controls all human memories.
Uh-oh.
How can you control the memory? You haven't controlled mine.
On the contrary, you haven't controlled it. That is why you're here. You've been lacking in humility, in self-discipline. You must make an effort of the will, Winston, and rehabilitate your mind. Then you will be sane. But first, you must be humble.
Hamburger?
Do you remember writing in that diary of yours that freedom is the freedom to say that 2 plus 2 make 4?
Yes.
How many fingers am I holding out?
4.
And if the state says not 4, but 5, how many?
This is where the 2 plus 2 equals 5 comes from.
Take him. Now, how many fingers?
Is that Chuck Norris?
4. 4.
Will always
What
be
else can
4.
I say? 4.
.20.
.20. 1, 2, out.
How many fingers, Winston?
4. 4.
.30.
.30. 1, 2, 3. Fire!
No!
Fire! Anything you like. Call me starboard. Starboard. Starboard.
Why are you lighting a cigarette? Okay. New brick. New.
That's
Yellow.
no use, Winston. You're lying. You still think there are 4.
How can I help seeing what's in front of my eyes? 2 and 2 are 4.
Sometimes. We've had all that out before. Sometimes they are 4, sometimes, if the state says so, they are 5. How many fingers?
I'm trying to see 5.
Which do you want? To persuade me that you see 5 or really to see them?
Really to see them.
Point 60.
God damn it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Frying his mind. God damn it.
Again, how many fingers?
I don't know. I don't know. 4, 5, 6. In all honesty, I don't know.
Perfect.
Better. Now, Winston, without any persuasion. There are 5 fingers there.
I see 4.
Do you see 5 fingers?
Yes.
Look at me. Did you ever read a book by Calhoun?
No.
No such book ever existed, did it?
No.
Back to being a slave of the man.
You see how the mind can be controlled and washed clean. Even the traitors, Jones and Rutherford, in whose innocence you once believed, in the end we broke them down. When we had finished with them, there was nothing left in them except sorrow for what they had done and love of Big Brother. Stand up. Come over here. That's enough. It's a long time since you've seen yourself, Winston. Look.
I mean, his hair really didn't get longer. His 5 o'clock shadow got a little thicker. So.
What have you done to me?
3 days.
Can you think of a single degradation that has not happened to you?
No.
He was butt raped by a large inmate.
Are you prepared to separate and never see one another anymore?
No.
Uh-oh. Don't do it. You did it.
Julia. I have not betrayed Julia. I have not betrayed Julia.
No. No, that is perfectly true. You have not betrayed Julia. Come with me, Winston.
Come with me if you want to live. Winston. Underground tunnels. There's definitely none of those. They didn't use those to travel.
Winston, you were once curious about room 101. It is not one room, but many.
Right.
This one, for instance. You're going to find out what lies beyond that door, Winston. But to whet
sweet.
your curiosity, I will give you a hint.
At least you didn't have to walk very far.
Room 101 is the worst thing in the world. Of course, that varies from individual to individual. It may be burial alive, or death by drowning, or by fire, or by impalement, or 50 other deaths? Which death do you fear most in all the world, Winston? I needn't answer. You've already told me.
A rat.
The rats.
A rat. It's gone now. It's the one thing I really hate. The one thing I'm really afraid of.
Rats.
When I was a child, where I lived, there were swarms of them. One day, my sister. Will you lead the way, Winston?
Yeah, sure. How bad could it be? Dude, it sounds like there's 3 or 4 rats in there. Stop being a bitch. Uh-oh. Open the door.
Not to me. To Julia, not to me. I don't care what you do to her. Let her suffer. Not to me. To Julia, not to me.
Now, Winston, you are wholly ours. You have been washed clean.
Mind broken.
You will be released tomorrow.
Freedom is slavery.
Attention. A later bulletin has just been issued by the Ministry of Peace. The southward advance of the Eurasian army on the African front is still continuing. It is feared that unless a counterattack is launched immediately, the whole of Central Africa may fall to the invading hordes.
That
A
background.
defeat in this area might well threaten the very heart of Oceania itself. In this grave crisis, the Ministry of Truth will continue to issue frequent bulletins.
Fucking Ministry of Truth? I bought it just like Elon bought Twitter, and I've rebranded it into the Ministry of Truther. Little do we know, Big Brother's picture was actually supposed to be Uncle Sam. Julia! Julia? Fuck that bitch. Oh, you can tell she's broke. Did her eyes change color after they broke her?
I betrayed you.
I betrayed you.
I don't love you.
I threatened you with something. Something you can't bear to think about. You find yourself saying, don't do it to me.
Do it to them.
Do it to someone else. later you tell yourself. You just said it to make them stop. That's not true. The time when it happens, you mean it. All you care about is yourself.
All you care about is yourself.
That's pretty much today's society.
And then you don't feel the same way about the other person any longer.
No.
Nah, that's why we still have free will. For now.
Longer.
I never thought that I'd be.
This is from the film that's fucked up, so it's not me. Come on, kick back on.
Long live Big Brother!
The way I see it, he got brainwashed. She didn't. That's the way I interpreted it. But, I'm wrong. Like, rarely, but I could be wrong. Down with Big Brother.
Long live Big Brother. Long live Big Brother. Long live Big Brother. Long live Big Brother. Long live Big Brother. Long live Big Brother. Long live Big Brother.
Fuck you, Big Brother. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages, how did you like that? It was, I liked the movie. I liked the book. And I think that movie should be played more. I think that book should be read more. Because I have a acquaintance, James, who brought up, this is pretty much, it's the model of what society is becoming today. And if you look at a lot of films, they have the same concept in it. One of the biggest ones that I remember is Equilibrium. If you ever had a chance to watch Equilibrium, I highly recommend it. It's gun fu, but it's a pretty good movie. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, that's all I got for y'all today. We should do Animal Farm next, so if you haven't heard about Animal Farm, just do a little research so you guys don't come in blind. I'm not telling y'all how to think, I'm just telling y'all to think, and research is your buddy. Now, y'all have a good day.